How's it going? This is Taze bringing you a new episode of GB. This will be episode 6. I think it's the final game against EUeSports, and it's bootleg and capture flag again. A lot of decent map types coming up, I know, but this is just what we get for management. I'm going to start off by pushing down this roadside here. I think Jordan's gone down the far side, Pantera through the middle. Me and Pantera clear this guy up on the start, trying to get him before he gets to that head glitch. It's a really good position to be able to hold from either side, really. Hold right here. Trying to make sure none of them pass through road. There's Jordan, you can see in the middle there. Pantera got taken out somewhere, not quite sure where, I didn't really see it. But he's going to push back through to the middle while Jordan starts to take over the seaside area. But he's not going to go straight in because that's something that's fairly predictable. Pantera around there, Jordan's still alive, we're pushing him back. So we're trying to hold this middle line, as I've explained in previous episodes. Holding the middle line of the map is fairly important. And as they start to get taken down, I start to push a little bit further forward. You can see they get the little flag there, so I pull back into the middle. I'm just going to wait for him, and I see him there, but I don't want to take that shot and not get him. He does have cover in that corner there, and fortunately we have Pantera there to pick up the pieces of what happened. Jordan comes in for a little bit more support, and we've got their flag, and we're running down this roadside. Trying to stop him cutting through the middle there, which I managed to do. Quick shots on this guy. I'm using the ACR, I don't do a lot of and capture the flag. But trying it out on this time, I was trying not to play too much OBJ. Last time when I was running the objective, it didn't really work so well, so I was leaving it to the other people here. It's still 3v3, so we've got 2 other players to be doing it. I just need to be able to hold positions. This is a map which is extremely small, but there's a lot of lines of sight in it, as opposed to Dome, where you would find, or Hard Hat for that matter, you'd find very small lines of sight or mid-range things where your submachine guns are still fine. Things like the MP7, which don't have much recoil, and the damage drop-off isn't too horrendous. You tend not to get too many hit markers, although the last Hard Hat game would suggest otherwise. But I'm holding out the middle there, there's not a lot happening. You see there's a massive stun fest going on over here. You can see, I'm a little bit less accurate than this guy here. You can see a bit more of me, I suppose. But I don't know, it's a toss-up between bad shooting from me and good shooting from him, I guess. But he managed to take me out and seed on, but I call him out. He's not going anywhere, so I'll try and push back through the middle. But this guy's got me beating on the middle. Most people don't use that side of it because, well, that happens. That was well timed, considering I didn't know what was happening. I haven't watched this gameplay all the way through since it happened, so commentary might be a bit sketchy on what's going on. But I'm looking down, trying to push the line just near their flank. They've got theirs, I know they're coming back. I'm getting lucky here, this guy should have ripped me apart, but the ACR pulls out with the hip fire there. I'm going to take him down, and obviously I don't want the flag. I've got an assault rifle, I'm not going to be as quick as people who don't. Pantera's closer to it anyway, I'm just covering him. I'm holding it through. I think Pantera's still got the assault rifle anyway, but he's close to the flag. I'm pulling it down to seaside, which you'll see Jordan's just spawned. It's a good place to be going. The shots come from the top wall there, he just leaves the flag. I don't know what he's doing. This guy comes from seaside here. I think he just flanked around me because the stun gets me killed just there. I tried to drop down the other side so they couldn't quite get to it. It's in a nice open space. They have to jump right down to get to the flag, and we should be able to pick them off from it, but I don't quite make it off. And the teammates aren't as close as they need to be to really hold on to the return there, so they do get it back, but we're still 1-0 up, which is good. Good lead to be holding 1-0 on this side of the map. It's not the side we prefer, I don't think. And well, as long as we win it, we can be in a fairly comfortable position. We can hold back if we have to. This guy manages to get him with the Semtech, which was a little annoying, but I call him out, make sure he's being watched. The roadside spawn, so they're obviously pushing the seaside area, which is a good place to run on this map. From the game battles I've played on this area, the seaside does tend to be the safest place to run it, although obviously through the middle is the quickest, so if you've got the whole team down, it's best to be running through there. So I'm holding this round area here on the roadside, because my teammates were in the middle. I think they've just got taken out of the corner on our left, or maybe there's something going on there. I'll walk up to the flag here, I don't really want to take it, I don't know what's going on. But I see 3 red dots over seaside, make me jump on it. Start running down road, and I think I'm going to do something that I don't normally do here. I'm doing a lot of things. One I pulled back there, which I shouldn't have done. And the other one is I came this side of the road rather than the other side of that sort of tree-filled pothole thing in the fucking middle. I don't know what the hell that is. It's not a pothole at all, I don't know why I use that word. But I normally go on the other side of that, it offers a little bit more cover. But I get taken up, but we stopped the flag being capped there. We've got, what, 25 seconds left, so I'm just going to pull back for the defensive part here. They were on the flag, we got the return. There's someone running. I don't know if they managed to get it or not. and I'm just sort of holding off on the flag, making sure they don't cap it. 14 seconds, they can't run it now anyway, so I'm making sure the flag carrier is safe. We can get a flag cap, they can't. It doesn't really matter what they do unless they stop us. Pulls it through, and he didn't get it, he's just got it there. That's a 2-0 lead shot, which is good. 2-0 is the ideal sort of position to be in, because we can afford to get a flag down. We can afford to lose the next round as long as we don't do it too strongly, and what I made there, just a precautionary nade. But it manages to block that final kill cap. So we're going to start on this side. This is the side I prefer. I've still got my ACR there. No camo, because camo ruins the ACR. Oh, I hate camo on the ACR. But anyway, that's nothing to do with the actual Gamebattles gameplay. So we're going to be watching these bricks areas here, and we're going to see there's a lot of stuns coming through, but this is a really good head loop, because what basically happens is you can see over the top without them actually being able to see your head. It normally works better the other way around, because they've got a slightly elevated position so they can shoot down through the bricks anyway. I'm doing hand gestures for some reason, I don't know why, because you can't see them. And we're running down this roadside here because they've taken the flag. They're obviously going to take it seaside. It's pointless chasing them. Chasing the flag carrier is the stupid thing you can do, because you never get a catch up with it. That's basically the way it is. So we throw the flag down, get down 1-0, trying to get it on the flag carrier there. Yauden here pulls it with the PP90, but he gets cleaned up straight away. So we're 1-0 down, but we are still 2-1 up overall, so there's no need to worry, there's no real pressure on us still. We're still in a winning position. We're just playing how we would normally, and I get taken out by the drop shot there. I don't drop shot a lot, I should probably drop shot a little bit more, but I do find usually the strafe is more effective. There's positions in this map which aren't so. I have now started using the PP90 on this map there, using tight corners in the middle, but I don't want to be on the road. I never go road anymore because I'm using the PP90, but if there's other people doing that, I tend to pull out the ACR and go that way. But we see I've decided enough of this ACR. The ACR is not doing what I want him to do at the moment. I'm playing a different sort of game than what I was doing. We do want to try and pull this back, or at least be in a position where if we lose we can counter flag, or we can start to pull things into an event. I've got my MP7 machine gun. Good for the sort of middle range gunfights. I'm likely to find. I don't know why I pulled it there. That was stupid to spawn. Should have been fairly obvious from the teammate position. And I've got the MP9 out so that I can run about quicker, with much more freedom, quicker kill times and close quarter combats. That was a massive fuck up on that word. And this guy's going the bricks way again, which I should have been able to predict, but I thought with that smoke there he made it. Manages to pick him up in this alley. That alley is a bad place to run. If you're overrunning the brick side and you want to try and get into the flag like they were doing, you want to come through this flat here, because going in the middle has far too much cover. If you go the other way you still have cover and stuff like that, and how he lets himself get taken out, the man behind the fridge. We've discussed that little kill there so many times, because the amount of time I've tried to record this gameplay from his point of view so that you can listen into it. I don't know how successful that's going to be, but I don't know how should have knifed there. I don't know why I didn't knife. I should make more use of the knife. You see it a lot in search games but in capture the flag. I tend not to. Although saying that, I'm trying to get a controller without the R3 button, because I don't know if I do it anymore. Press R3 trying to aim. But regardless of that, I'm going to be talking about the gameplay here, and I die there, I call them out. They're just trying to keep sort of this line here that we were trying to keep on the other side on offence, and we're trying to keep defence. Pretty good line in the map. There's literally a line of route just goes straight through that area there. So it's good if you can use the cover that's in that. A lot of people try and get into it, try and use it. It's the best way to get to our flag and from our flag. So if you've got our control of that little bit there, it's always good. But if you try and push up to this middle area, which is what I'm trying to do now, using the head glitch on the glitch is cover. It's a little bit lower than all the convenient places you'll find in Modern Warfare 3, but he does get me with the nade there and pushes through. But I think what's just happened there is the whole team's taken down. You see the massive push here, we're all sprinting forward. But we know that if I manage to respawn, they're not going to be long before they have. Holding into cover, watching there, there's the roadside, so I just pull back. I don't go sprinting out to road straight away, watching the cover, and I know they've passed me. They must have done. Except for this guy here, he managed to just sort of pull back. He may have been the third man. Not sure how he got there. Not watching as well as I should be. I'm on hollow point, so you can clearly see I'm not doing as well as I want to be. We're getting a lot of pressure pushed onto us at the moment with just a minute to spare, and pulling that flag back. It's not going to go our way at all, the way this is going. If they catch this flag, it's going to be 2-all, and we're risking replaying the map. And as you can see, I'm not currently enjoying playing this map, so we're going to need to pull something out here. That's a 2-all there. It's back to a draw. We really need to start pushing. So we've got Yauden with the flag there. He's pushing through. We run road to try and cover the middle, but apparently he has stuff right on him. He's taken down. Perso is moving through. Just got to try and follow the flag carrier because they're going to run straight onto the return. I do manage to pick him up with 20 seconds left. It's the tightest game we've had in some time. I managed to pull this right through here. Yauden getting killed there, saving the game really. As Pantera just respawns, we just need to hold it. They can't even run it back anymore, it's game over. Closest game we've had. It was important. The main thing that I did there was I made sure I was near but not on the flag carrier. If you're going to cover the flag carrier, you don't want to be right next to him. You don't want to line yourself up for a double kill. You want to just be in the main area around them, so that it's a lot easier when the flag goes down. You just sort of appear out of nowhere. Flag goes down, everyone instantly goes, oh my god, I've got to return the flag, so they run straight at it. Even the best of players will just run straight at the damn flag. So it's a really good thing, so you can just wait till the flag drops, and the moment the flag drops, then you start to appear. Sort of the same sort of time you would imagine if you were in the enemy's position, you start to press sprint, you come out and you meet them mid-sprint. That's what, 13 for 20 there. We still managed to pull the win. I think the other two did a lot better than I did, but I'm mainly playing objective. It's really difficult to do on the bootleg, as you'll have seen in the other things, but we managed to pull it off. We get the flag caps, and we get the win there, 2-1 in the GB. I think, what was it going to be, 3-2 on the flags in that game. I don't know why the score's up for this long. I suppose I planned to say something here which I've completely forgotten, if I'm honest, so I may as well just try and cut the game off. Next episode I think is going to have the better brightness on it, which is probably what I was meant to say. Obviously you can see in all the other gameplays the brightness is really high. It's because I play on that brightness. What I've since done is turn the brightness down in the settings of the PSN that I use to play pubs. As you can tell, the difference is END taste on the competitive ones and YourTasteInWomen in the pubs ones. I've turned that down because that's where I record everything from. So the next ones should, I'm not promising anything, but should have good brightness on it. Anyway, that's the end of this episode. I'll see you around for the next one. Episode 7 should be tomorrow.